this is a short video tutorial to explain to you how to teach the lesson 5 Alive. So in this lesson, all the students will be able to name the 5 senses. They'll be able to give at least 2 examples of how animals use their senses in nature and to survive. They'll be able to practice using their senses and evaluate their weakest and their strongest senses. And lastly, they'll be able to solve problems using their senses during investigations outside. Keep in mind that you're not going to be doing all these activities that I show you because it is time consuming. So pick ones just from one from each sense and choose which one you think fits best for your age group and your class. In this lesson there's a lot of materials, so for the sake of the video I think it'll be easier for us to explain them as we go along with the activities. But to start off this lesson, I like to start off the first sense with hearing. And while you get to know your students, have them shut their eyes, and while their eyes are shut, ask them a few questions, get them kind of aware of their different senses. And while their eyes are closed, and you walk around and place one of these sound shakers in front of them. So when they open their eyes, they will try and notice something that is in front of them that wasn't in front of them before. Okay, once you've walked around and passed out the sound shakers, have the class open their eyes, and hopefully they'll see what's in front of them, and they'll shake their sound shakers. And the point of this activity is to have everyone listen up to what sound they have and see if they can match their sound to another partner in the class. Another game you can play to demonstrate sound as hearing is playing the bat-moth game. It's kind of like Marco Polo, and the bat will say bat, and the moth replies moth, and the whole point is to have the bat try and find the moth and to explain echolocation during this game. The next sense to demonstrate to the class is the sense of touch. So one way you can do this in one activity is by using the feely bags that we have here at Swatches. So fill up your feely bags with anything you find, rocks, mushrooms, and go around the classroom. Either give a couple out and have the kids reach inside and see if they can tell how it feels and what their object is. One of the outside activities you can do to demonstrate touch is bring your class outside where there's a lot of trees abundant in a close area, and have them partner up and have one person put on a blindfold and one person lead their partner. And what the person leading is going to do is lead them to a tree nearby and have their partner feel the tree and see with their hands, go up and down, see if they can recognize the characteristics of the bark. And once they're done with that for a couple minutes, have them all come back to the central station again and take off their blindfold, and then they will come back, or they will go back to their tree general area and see if they can pick out their tree just from feeling it. But they're able to use their eyesight at this time as well. Another activity to do to demonstrate smell is to use their scent containers we have here at Swatches. And you want to prepare these before your lesson and make sure that they smell very strong and kids can tell what they are. Pass these around, have them open them, see if they can tell what they are, and share as a group at the end and see how. Activity you can do outside for sense of smell is using this peppermint spray, and prior to lesson or when the kids are engaged, you'll spray the tree and a couple trees around and have the kids go around and see if they can smell the tree and detect the peppermint smell. Demonstrating taste, you want to have all the kids put on a blindfold and either hand them an unwrapped Lifesaver or a Tootsie Roll and have them plug their nose before they try and taste it. And for the first couple of bites, keep their nose plugged and then unplug them to see if they can taste the difference. One of the activities that you can choose to do for a sense of sight is passing out these hidden animal cards, which, as you can see, are just cut holes over animals, and advise them not to open them up, otherwise they will be revealed of what animal they choose. So have them use their sense of sight and see what colors they see and what they think their animal is just from looking at the picture. Another one of the 4 activities you can do to demonstrate sight is by choosing some of these color swatches, and you want to choose colors that would be out in the season that you're teaching the lesson, and give these like 1 or 2 swatches to a group and have them go outside and see if they can find things that match these color swatches out in nature. Another activity outside you can do for sense of sight is using the photos for the photo scavenger hunt, and this is best for older groups or groups that have enough chaperones to help you out with this. The last sight activity you can do is the hidden items, unnatural items hike, and go out on a trail and put out just a couple items you find around Swatches that you don't find in nature, and have the class see if they can count how many unnatural items they find going one way on the path, and then once you come back, pick up each item and see if the class found them the first go around. To conclude this lesson, you want to gather everyone up together in a sharing circle and have everyone name the five senses and discuss as a group what senses and activities that they had a hard time with as humans, and maybe what animals could have done a better job. And discussing these things are going to help you go over your 4 objectives that you need to complete for this lesson, which are naming the 5 senses, give at least examples of animals that use these senses in nature to survive, and which ones are the strongest and the weakest, and how they can use them outside in nature to survive.